With TD Ameritrade, and I'm the manager of the TD Ameritrade U program. And what TD Ameritrade U does is three things. One, we provide our TD Ameritrade trading technology to universities across the country, free, live streaming quotes, everything that we give our clients. We also provide content, curriculum, and online resources to supplement what they're learning in the classroom. And third, to me, which is the most important, is support. So it's no secret that the average age of the investor is probably the demographic of this room. It's actually 48. So we think, or I believe, that by increasing the financial literacy in a risk-free environment, we can decrease the age of the average investor, which is going to bring more traders and investors to the marketplace, which is what we all kind of want in this room, right? So here is a graph of the general population. So I'm going to start with the swing generation, and I know what you're thinking. I did the research. The generation 69 and older, the reason they're called the swing generation is because that's the music they were listening to in their childhood. But being a broker on the trade desk, I rarely took a call from anybody in this generation. A lot of them are baby boomers, which is decreasing and continually decreasing. But over the half of the population right now is TD Ameritrade U's target audience. It's the millennials and the Gen Zs. So who are they, besides my peers? This is Gen Z and Gen Y. They're high school students, college students, undergrad, and graduate. They may be your interns, they might be your children, they might be your nieces, they might be your nephews, but that's our target audience. So TD Ameritrade did a recent poll on the Gen Z demographics, and I actually really believe in all these stats because I was a student just a couple years ago, while also in the industry. So we asked them about saving for retirement. The average age that they start saving for retirement, which is 27, which is scary. And only 17% of them think that the best way to save for retirement is the stock market. But everybody in this room, I think we kind of disagree because we know for long-term investing, stock market, returns don't lie. 47% think it's a savings account. How is that money going to grow? And right now there's no interest rates. 44% are not relying on Social Security, which is scary. So where are they learning this? 51% say they're getting all their education from their parents, 10% from teachers, and then 7% from web and advisors. So TD Ameritrade U, I think we can increase this number. And we can do that by TD Ameritrade U. So what we do, like I said in the beginning, is we provide our technology to these universities. But we did publicly launch in March 2014. And when I started, there was 10 professors that I knew was using our technology. I work with 230 universities. I spent this morning at the CBOE with South Dakota State University. I visited them last year. I had them come to Chicago this time. Not going back. Great students, though. So like I said, what we do is we provide our technology for free at absolutely no cost. We give them access to demo and paper money accounts. So that way, they can learn to invest and trade. Take what they're learning in the classroom and actually put it to use. And then we provide content, a How to Thinkorswim manual online resource. We provide the same exact content that we give the retail investors to the students. And then the live trade support, which I think is important. Because when you have a professor, such as like Ohio State, they have 250 students. Students aren't asking them or asking their parents. They can call our trade desk and we'll just help them out. We're just trying to educate them as much as we can. So pretty much, what is it and how we're doing this is we pretty much created a website for professors to easily implement our technology. They can create drills, do different things where they can choose what products that their students are actually trading. They can monitor them. There's a leaderboard. They can actually click on each other's portfolios, see what they're trading, learn about different products. And it kind of just opens up that dialogue, that conversation, just so to get it going within the classroom. It's not that scary to learn about investing and trading. So it's a different generation that we're trying to reach out to, right? It's a generation about learning and encouragement. So right now we're in the process of even developing these badges, and I don't think you can see it, but this last one right here, the center badge, We reward a student with a Sinner badge if they invest in a company in the alcohol, tobacco, and the firearms industry. So we have about 45 different ones. We kind of have fun with them. And we're reaching them via Facebook. We're using Twitter. We're doing YouTube. And we're using our own site because they're not going to necessarily MarketWatch or CNBC. They're on Twitter. And that's where the news is breaking live all the time. So we're just trying to figure out different things. So a couple years ago, my boss turned around and looked at me and goes, you know what would be really cool? Like what? What's be really cool? What if we had a trading competition? So we kind of went around with it, and this past fall we launched our first annual thinkorswim challenge. So we launched it the second week of October. Does anybody remember the second week of October? So I picked these dates over a year ago, intentionally over earnings season. Second week of October is when the market just went nuts. Volatility was everywhere. We had 900 students get a crash course in market volatility. Did not mean for that to happen. Probably scared of them. Scared a couple of them, but it was fun. It was 4 weeks. They competed across the country. We had, for our first one, 245 teams, 96 schools from 32 states. It's a learning curve for them, but a lot of fun. So, to give you a little bit more background, the first place team was University of North Texas. In 4 weeks, they had a return of 213%. And what's really impressive about that number is we only allowed them to trade the stocks and options in the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, and the Dow Jones. And they could only allocate 10% of their portfolio to any one underlying. So at all times, if they were investing their money, they had to have at least 10 underlyings. And they had 213% in that volatility. And they were trading all the same products that our retail investors do, which is pretty impressive. And of the 245 teams that participated, the teams that actually placed a trade, 68% had a positive P&L at the end of the 4 weeks, which is pretty awesome. So we're going to continue doing those things to kind of engage and incite students. Go Mean Green. They got to be on CNBC with our CEO, Fred Tomczyk. The university won $30,000. Students got $3,500 in a funded account. Cal State was second, $20,000, and each student got $2,500. And then Suffolk from Boston, $10,000 for the university. And they got $1,000 in a funded account. So yes, we are enticing them with cash prizes, but getting them engaged. And we were on social media throughout the thing. A lot of fun. So we're going to keep doing that and figuring it out. So if you guys have any questions or want to learn more what we're doing, you can reach me at Marriott Thinkorswim, and also Twitter and on the phone. So that's TD Ameritrade U.